Assalamu alaikum everybody. Today I'm demonstrating Class II Composite Restoration for preclinical students. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, leave me a comment and let's share experiences and learn from each other. Before placing the wedge or matrix, make sure your cavity is smooth and clean and there's contact clearance on buccal, lingual, and gingival aspects. While contact clearance is sometimes debated, it is important to prevent matrix distortion, especially when you're using thin sectional matrix. Next, select your wedge. Even before selecting your matrix, the wedge should snugly fit the interproximal area, with the base of the wedge positioned below the gingival margin of the proximal box. If the base of the wedge is above the gingival margin, you won't have matrix seal, will distort the composite restoration. The first wedge I tried here is too large and sat high, so I replaced it. Blue wedge here fits better. However, after placing the matrix and separation ring, a gap appeared between the matrix and the gingival seat, as you can see here. So I switched to a wooden wedge, which worked well. Very important, before proceeding to the restoration, make sure the gingival margin is sealed. The matrix contacts the adjacent tooth at the right spot, typically between the middle and a closal third of the adjacent distal surface. After etching and bonding, I placed the first layer of composite at the gingival seat, adapting it carefully to avoid any gaps or voids. The last increment will be used to build the missing mesial wall. I also begin shaping the occlusal embrasure at this stage to minimize finishing time later. And as a tip, always compare the marginal ridge height of your restoration or the composite that you're working on to the adjacent tooth to ensure anatomical accuracy. Once you cure the mesial wall, you can at this point remove the sectional matrix and you continue the occlusal buildup like you do in Class I cavity. Probably also better that you leave the wedge in place to avoid any bleeding that would probably contaminate your restoration. Here, I'm building the composite in 2mm increments, and I use an explorer carefully to define the occlusal anatomy, and a microbrush to adapt the material and clean the excess of the material from the margins. Now we reach the step of finishing and polishing. Remember, choose a finishing instrument that matches the surface shape. Start with the side of a football diamond with a red band to refine the margins. Then check all margins with an explorer and remove any flash you detect. For proximal contouring, use finishing discs at low speeds. Suggested speed is 5,000 to 8,000 RPM. Afterwards, I'm further finishing the margins with a finishing silicone point, specifically going over the margins all around the restoration. Finally, I'm polishing with polishing wheels to achieve a smooth, glossy finish. Also, don't forget the interproximal area. Use finishing and polishing strips carefully and avoid opening the contact that you've already established. And then thank you very much for watching. Please share this video with anyone who might find it helpful.